Today is September 1st, 2021. This is the Kubernetes CSI implementation meeting. I think first item on the agenda is 1.23 features. We have, I think, a soft freeze for PRR reviews this Thursday, which is tomorrow. And then the enhancements freeze where the caps need to be merged and approved and merged by the following week, September 9th. So let's see where we are with the current features. First up is recovery from resize failure.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, so I updated the cap. I saw, Michelle, that you reviewed it. I was responding it today morning, and I am, so I'm working on updating the versions queue thing also. So yeah, and then I still have to get the PRR review, although the deadline is 9th, but I think the soft deadline for PRR is tomorrow. But the for alpha requirement, alpha version, the PRR requirement is not that high, but at the same time, I think I'll have to call out the versioning problems. Yeah, I'm planning to finish this address review comments today and update the PRR in my
All right,
yeah.
thank you. Next up, we have volume health.
So Michelle, I see that you reviewed it. I think Herman, can you also take a look? I think
Yeah.
pinged you on that because the the special thing about this one is the Prometheus, you can't really add strings in there. So then I'm not sure what to do with the messages. Right now, I was proposing to add that as the labels, but Michelle was saying that's probably not a good idea. So without messages, if it's just 1 or 0, which is the true or false for the house status, is that useful for you still? I mean, I guess that's the question.
I would think that that is still useful. Yeah, messages cannot be conveyed into Prometheus. You
Yeah.
cannot. Yeah, I think that is still useful because it could still be picked up by the whatever pager duty or something, and somebody can go look at it. What went wrong? So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think Michelle, you also pinned the Ox from the instrumentation side to take a look. Yeah. But I think this one probably need to do alpha again. Seems very different from what we had before, right?
Possibly. I mean,
I
think the whole
possible to do beta. I mean that. Okay.
Possibly. I mean, the metrics API, as far as I understand, is just all alpha. I don't know what the plans
then
are.
what does that? Okay, then what does that beta mean? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the plans are to move those metrics to beta. So that might be another question for SIG instrumentation.
Okay, but I think I need to know that because the right now that one only has like alpha level PRR review. So if we are going beta, I need to do things
Yeah, I
differently.
mean,
That's the question. I'm not quite sure yet.
I think it's good anyway to start looking at
those.
the
Okay.
the beta answers.
I can feel that. But okay, so tomorrow I'll just fill those up. Okay, and then just tell them that I'm done with that. I actually don't really know how they're checking this. It's a little weird. It's soft.
Yeah. I mean, so like the main thing about like the main couple things about like alpha to beta is really like about the APIs, and like the APIs and the support that we're going to provide in terms of backwards compatibility. And then also like the confidence in the feature to be able to turn something on by default, and to ensure that it doesn't like kill the system.
Yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't add anything new, so it's not can't kill the system just by enabling that. Yeah.
All right. Next up is data populators.
So both repos are generating images now, and we have all the bits in there. And the last step is cutting stable branches, generating release notes, and pulling the trigger on the release. So like we're that close.
Awesome.
It couldn't be more than another day till we have alpha
Cool.
releases.
And for 123, are we gonna try to graduate this to beta?
Oh yes, for 123. So Xing managed to find an example of a data populator out in the wild yesterday. Xing, what was the name of it again?
That's the OpenEBS actually.
Yeah.
They have some implementation in their driver. They actually have a blog post for that.
Yeah. So that's one example of an actual populator, and I think if I can find one other one or write up another more useful sample that's not just like a hello world example, then we can go to beta. So I do intend to update the KEP to
Okay,
go to beta.
cool. Yeah, like it's mainly like from alpha to beta, it's like we are, pretty sure that this design is gonna work, and like, the usage of it is uncovering potential issues and stuff, but maybe no major issues that we might have to like redesign something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it feels like we're on track for that because we've been iterating on the design enough and getting enough eyes on it that we've shaken out a lot of issues and not aware of any remaining ones.
Okay, cool.
So by tomorrow you should ping the PRR person because you're going from alpha to beta. That's a big change on the PRR side.
Well, the KEP has most of the beta stuff filled out. I mean, I'm gonna have to review it
then you
again.
should just ping them to say, ask them to do a beta review.
Yeah, but I still need to have a PR that like moves it from alpha to beta.
Oh yeah.
So I need to create the PR that does that and review all the PRR materials, which I don't expect will need any changes there, and then yeah, get a PR reviewer involved.
Mm.
Yeah, it may be good to, if you can, reach out to the open EBS folks, and just ask them about their experiences and things like that.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, we have FS group change policy. Hama, are you looking at this one? Is Hama here? Oh,
Oops,
are you
sorry.
talking?
I was speaking on mute, as usual. Yeah, so it got PRR review, and I think there was a comment by you that I updated with the metrics. I just waiting for basically approval from you or Jan or Zing, like the storage approval, and yeah.
Sounds good. I'll take a look. Thank you. Next, we have FS group for CSI driver.
Yeah, I filed the PR to update the KEP and got some feedback from Xing and Hamat, and I think I addressed that. So it's just pending review now.
All right, sounds good. And then we have delegate FS group to CSI driver. Chang isn't here, but actually he gave me an update. What is it? Oh, he's going to open a PR for the KEP review, PRR review today.
Yeah, this will be like kind of, yeah. I have asked ping him as well, so if he needs anything, I'll sync up with.
All right. Next up, we have generic ephemeral volumes.
Yeah, the KEP is getting updated, or got reviewed by you and Wojtek, and I've addressed all feedback so far. The latest one was from Wojtek about providing more evidence, I guess, that things have been done. The manual testing was something he asked about, and the asked for a link about the tests that were added. So I've just pushed an update a few minutes ago addressing that, and perhaps you can have another look, and then when he comes to work tomorrow, we might get that in, I hope.
Yep, sounds good. All right, thank you.
And related
go
to
ahead.
that, I do have initial PRs pending against Kubernetes already, but that can come later.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you. All right, next up we have honor volume deletion policy.
Yeah, I think Deepak updated the cap and Yang reviewed it, gave some feedback. I think he also updated the cap again based on Yang's comments. So Yang, if you can review that again.
Yeah,
great.
I am looking at.
Yeah, so now he's going to change it to use the finalizer. Hopefully that works.
Okay. I was actually discussing with Jan earlier today that Masaki's work might also potentially help with this.
Yeah, that's different.
So,
that's like what is that? Liang. Yeah, it's a different approach. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It basically prevents like the main thing is that we did not design the system to allow deletion of PV before PVC. And so the lean approach would actually prevent the user from trying to delete the PV in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe, after that one is mature, we can, because that one, first of all, it's not merged yet. And also that's alpha, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can, because this is still alpha. So this is at least it's a well-known approach. So I'll say go ahead with this, and then we'll see how that one is going. Since this is alpha, then we can change it if we think that one is better. Then it's like alpha. I do alpha based on alpha approach. But yeah, but I would like this one really to go forward, since this is it's like a bug actually. Right, customer opened this bug for a long time. Yeah, hope to make some progress on that.
All right, sounds good. Next up we have namespace transfer.
I think that one, yeah, Mustafa is talking to design. So I think he has some personal issues, so he won't be available for some time. He said, but when he come back, he would like to still continue working on this.
Okay. All right, next we have secret protection.
I think this one is kind of, because this depends on the Liang approach. So if that one gets approved, then this one I think should be fine. I know Jordan still have some comments, but yeah, I think if he's okay, then I don't see this as big issues. So mainly because this has a dependency on the Liang cap.
All right, then we have Graceful node shutdown.
Yeah, thanks, Michelle, for reviews. So I addressed some of your comments, but then for a couple of others, and I just pinned David Porter, and hopefully he can chime in. I did went to SIG node meeting when I was trying to narrow down the scope of this cap, basically asking them if I can use the Graceful shutdown, whatever, they have some status that we can use. So David was there and he said, yeah, there is a field you can use. So he's aware of this change. And I think he's also aware of this cap has been there for a long time. He may not have read the latest, but they kind of know that, I'm working on this, trying to use the Graceful node shutdown.
Sure. I guess my very high level understanding of the Graceful node shutdown feature is that it's supposed to give more time to a pod to terminate.
Right, but the problem is
and so
a timing issue. This one you can wait there forever. It doesn't matter. It's not going to.
Yeah, so I want to understand why. I want to understand why it's not working.
If you look at the changes that I proposed, you have to make those changes. We are stopping that from happening. The Graceful shutdown, but the Graceful node shutdown cap does not really address. It does not really mention
So-
like how do you handle the the volume.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
think they
but-
tested
so
those.
so the part
Mhm.
where I'm confused is that the current volume node shutdown cap
Mhm.
is talking about how to force detach a volume after the node has been shut down. But I'm actually wondering, the part I'm confused about is I feel like we shouldn't even get to this state. Like my understanding of the graceful node shutdown feature is that it's supposed to allow time for the pod to gracefully tear down before the node actually gets shut down. So I
No,
think
it
we need
doesn't
to look
even-
deeper as to why that delay is not, allowing time for volumes to unmount.
No, it's not. It's the graceful node shutdown basically is just adding some more time. There is some time, but no matter how long you add, you can wait there for days. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, so
It's
I
not-
feel like there's
Yeah.
I feel like there's something I feel like that's a bug.
Well, yeah, you can call it a bug. I don't
so-
think the Signal people actually address this issue.
Yeah. So that's why
I did bring this up in the Signal meeting, right? I said that this is, and I said, hey, I want to just address this this volume attachment issue during graceful node shutdown. So
well, so I feel like there's a part before that where like I feel like currently we're trying to react to the node having been shut down and the volumes haven't been detached from it.
no,
But
I think the purpose of this cap actually is to addressing both. So this is I know it says non-graceful, but it also includes the graceful node shutdown when you have different workloads.
But it should. My understanding is in the graceful node shutdown sequence, the pod should go through a
no
normal.
mentioning of the volume.
I know there's no mentioning of volumes, but my understanding is that it's supposed to allow time for a pod to gracefully tear down in a
but the
normal
problem
sequence.
is it's not a timing issue, right? You have to make some other changes for that to happen. So
I think we should follow up, but I feel like we're missing something, and I want to more deeply understand why the current graceful node shutdown feature is not working.
Yeah, we can ask
because
David to give some comments, but I don't think
we can talk to David.
Yeah, so he knows what I'm trying to do, and I did tell them in the Signal meeting that when I shut down node, I see that this is not really moving, even after.
Yeah, so I want to understand why. I want to understand why it's not moving because
not really in this case. You can this is a bug.
No, sorry. I feel like
bug.
The feature as described to me, it shouldn't require special handling for volumes. It should just work.
Yeah,
and so I want to understand why that's not working.
Yeah, we can ask him to comment on that. So I already pinned him. Maybe I should try to schedule a meeting because otherwise I don't think we have enough time. And this also has been
I think it would be
for so long. We can't even because we have a customer actually have a meeting right after this month. It's a customer meeting. The customer running into the same problem, basically shut down a node and then it's stuck.
Yeah, but anyway, I want to make sure that we are trying to solve the correct problem. Right now, I feel like we're not.
It is solving the correct problem. Initially, it was trying to address both in the same cap. But then, because people are concerned about if you don't shut down the node, things are not clean. So I was hoping that we can actually at least address this one problem first before we move on to the other problem.
I just mean, I feel like the actual graceful node shutdown feature has a bug in it, and we should address the bug first before trying to design something to handle that bug and work around that bug.
Well, I don't think it's a work around that bug. It's fixing the bug. The way that they are designed, they're not really looking at the volumes at all. They just
so
they added up. Really just timeouts. That's it.
I know, but my understanding is that the graceful node shutdown shouldn't require special handling of volumes. It should just work the same way as
because if you look at the changes,
works.
If you look at the change they did, they basically just detect that there was a shutdown. They have this thing right to detect that, and then they just have some priority of the pods, which one should go first. And then they have some timeout, which one should go first and then the second, but then that's it. They don't have anything more than that. There's nothing about how to handle the volumes.
Okay, let's have a deeper dive meeting on this, because I feel like there's a bit of misunderstanding about how the pod and volume lifecycle works on the node.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually being addressed in the Graceful no shutdown, because if it is, then they should actually include, right, what you do with I don't think they even talk about attached volumes and things like that. They only talk about the pods. So I can see if I know it's time is kind of short, and see if we can get David to respond, and then hopefully have a meeting about this.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right,
So when is this follow-up meeting going to happen? Like,
I don't know yet. I need to see if David respond to me. He has not responded.
but like,
yet.
is there a deadline?
What deadline? Well, this one I was trying to get this one to alpha, right? So that's why I was saying that I'm kind of running out of time for this, because this is a 9th Thursday.
Can we have the meeting after tomorrow's deadline?
Tomorrow then should be, I guess that should be fine, because that's only for the PRR tomorrow.
I'd like to be part of that meeting.
I'll have to see when Davis is available, because it's kind of really hard. So I will try to include you, since you're the same time zone as me, right? So
yeah.
Okay. This next Monday is also holiday, right? So we have a yeah, it's really kind of a short week. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. I'll go ahead and try to reach out to David too.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And see if we can schedule something.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, maybe see if we can schedule something maybe on either Thursday or Friday. Then we have a little bit more time to go over it.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's see. Going back to 122 status. Let's see. We are making progress on releasing some of these remaining things. I think, Ben, you already updated us on the data populator work. Is Jing around? I think Jing might not be around. Okay. Cheng also gave me an update on host path. I think he said the sidecars have been updated. And it's basically ready to release. Then I added 2 more items to here. One is we need to add the 122 CI jobs for all the sidecars. And then we have to update our docs to give a summary of what the 122 changes in Kubernetes. I think if anyone has time to help with any of these, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'll continue to, it'll be on my plate if no one else volunteers.
What we're talking about is like testing of the stable branch as we can go into 123.
Yeah, so right now, one of our, all of our sidecars have actually 3 pull jobs. We test the sidecar against like the past 3 Kubernetes releases. We
like
also
19,
have
20, and 21.
Yeah, and we also have CI jobs that also test against the last 3 releases. So we need to shift those and add 122 and drop the
Drop
118.
19.
I've done that for the past 2 updates. I think I can do it again this time. But
okay. Yeah, if you have time, that'd be appreciated.
It would be good to get other people familiar with it, though. So
yeah,
from that perspective, it would make sense if someone else picked that up and spread the knowledge a bit for the time when I'm not available, say later on. But I can do it now. No problem.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Is it the kind of thing where you can like define a variable that is the latest version and then the other 3 jobs are just that version
It's-
-1, that version -2, that version -3, or some.
It's fairly similar to that. It's the gen jobs script.
Yes. Okay.
And making sure that there are deployments for the different Kubernetes versions if necessary. So this is the README that Michelle is showing, where the instructions are written down, and they should be fairly complete. In fact, I probably will need them myself to just to make sure that I don't forget anything.
All right, sounds good. All right, do we have any other topics to discuss for today? All right, then let's end for today. Thank you.
Hey, Michelle. So
Yeah.
are you guys available on Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time? I can then, if you guys are all okay, then I can go check with David Porter.
Yeah, that should work for
But-
me.
10 a.m. Pacific time, which day?
Friday.
Oh, sure.
And I think Hamand wants to join as well, right? Hamand, are you available? Are you talking?
Sorry. Yeah, I was talking mute again. Yeah. What was the time? I was not.
10 a.m. Pacific time on Friday.
That'll be 7 a.m. Eastern time, right?
So what? Why 7?
No, 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm thinking Pacific time.
Yeah, that should be okay. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, I'll check and see if Dave is available. If he's available, I can set a meeting with that time. Otherwise, we'll find a different time. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. Bye bye.
We'll see you next week. Bye.